Rami X back in a video. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. This video is being recorded very late at night where I live. So, if at any point during this video my voice sounds a little bit tired, then there's your explanation. Unfortunately, I have been very caught up with school and work and just things in general. By work, I mean this. I've been recording a lot and doing a whole lot of scripting, per se. With that being said, this is What If Naruto Was a Demigod. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as that would be deeply appreciated. I do want to hit 25k before Christmas, and that would definitely help me get closer to that. With that being said, we can now begin the video. What if Naruto was a demigod? We begin the story off in a room. It is dim lit, but a man would walk in. The room would immediately illuminate, becoming completely white, similarly to a blank room. It would be there stood Naruto, a 12-year-old Naruto. In front of Naruto now stood a man. His name, Baylen. B-A-Y-L-E-N. With that being said, Baylen and Naruto now stared at each other for what seemed like ages. Backstory. So, this Naruto has been abducted, per se, from quite literally the Hidden Leaf Village, shortly after learning the multi-shadow clone jutsu from the Scroll of Sealing. It would be here that he now has no idea what's going on, and so he would ask Baylen a question. Why was he taken? Why was he, well, technically speaking, kidnapped? Baylen would respond coldly, telling Naruto to bug off, even. But Naruto was persistent. He would not give up, continuing to beg and ask Baylen questions. It would be then that Baylen would break, or rather, he would give Naruto some information. Naruto Uzumaki, you're special. You're a special case of the least ability to create people like you. Huh? People like me? Yeah. People like you, Naruto. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Your father, a Namikaze, right? And your mother? Well, she happened to be the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails before you, making her an Uzumaki, if I'm not mistaken. I also believe that Senju blood ran through her veins. Listen, Naruto. It should be known that the Namikazes are not a no-name clan, which obviously is kind of obvious. Out of all the known Namikazes, there is only one that is truly known in existence to date, if we exclude you who, well, has taken your maiden name. What? Let me explain it for you better since you weren't paying attention. Your father is Minato Namikaze, who also happens to be the 4th Hokage. Your mother, the former Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, an Uzumaki and a Senju. Now about that Namikaze clan. How many people do you know in the Leaf Village with that last name? With the name of Namikaze? None. That's right. By the way, if that sounded like Naruto was answering that, he wasn't. Baylen was answering Naruto's question, the question that he asked Naruto before Naruto even responded. Anyways, back to the what if. With that being said, Baylen would continue. That's because, before your father, all history records were wiped of the Namikaze clan. They were strong. Powerful, even. They were a group A group of people born with innate ability. Ability beyond your average man, or even clansman. No, I'm not speaking about abilities similar to the gigantic Akamichis who can expand their bellies, who have ferocious taste in food. No. Nor am I talking about the Nara clan, who can quite literally control somebody's shadow. Or the Aburame, who can control bugs. Trust me, that is a very special jutsu to be able to use. I've run across several Aburame in my time. They've all given me a lot of trouble. Anyways, the Namikaze were different. They did not have a Kekigenkai per se. They were given something. What were they given? I was wondering when you'd ask me another one of your questions, Naruto. Listen, may you always May you always remember the kindness I showed you today. Letting you know all of this. One day, you may come to hate me or love me. Kill me or spare me. I just hope that in that moment you make the right decision. And remember the kindness of my words. Your ancestors. No, not that far back. Your father. Your father's father. Your father's father's father. And mother. And every single member of your family from that point on all happen to share the same gene. There should be something noted. Not all Namakazes are born equal. More so, not all generations. If I'm not mistaken, you seem to be a... 12th generation Namikaze? I have no idea. That's just a guess. Either way, your father, he is an 11th generation. Unfortunately, that means that he was not born with the powers that the Namikaze clan can truly bring one to the fullest extent. To the fullest extent? Naruto would reply, with Balin answering his new question. Yes, to the fullest extent. What I mean is that your father, though he was not born with the full powers of the Namikaze clan, he still shares the blood. Even if only half of it. Meaning that his abilities were heightened at birth. The fourth Hokage, have you heard anything about him? No, not really. Not particularly. I know that he's the fastest Hokage of all time. But that's about it. Is that what they say? In the Leaf Village, huh? Do you know the story about the war? How he ended the battle with the Stone Village in just seconds? Dispatching of thousands? Hundreds? Think about 10 people and then multiply that by 10. 100 people. And then multiply that by 10. Once more. 1,000 people. He took on even more than that. In just 10 seconds. I see. So you're saying his speed was attributed to being a Namikaze? Yes. And say your name with more dignity. Namikaze. That is the clan that you come from. Never forget that. Now listen, Naruto. I'm kind of short on time here. As you can see. I don't know if you can hear every once in a while I sniffle. I ran into an Aburame. What's it been now? 18 months ago? They used to they used a poison on me. A poison? Yes, a poison. One that restricts my body from its full capability. What? What are you saying? I'm saying that... Are you okay? You're worrying about me. Even though if this was in the wrong place at the wrong time, I probably would have killed you. But I do need something from you, Naruto. And that is why I must explain this next part. Your father's father is a god. Oh, what? Like, big guy in the sky kind of god, or what do you mean by that? Wow. Where's my medication? Your medication? Yes, it's a pill that I take every 15 hours. Every 15 hours? I don't know where it is, do you? I don't know where in the room I am currently. Because like I said, it restricts my body. Meaning that at times, without the use of this medication, I am quite literally blind. Where are you currently in the room, Naruto? I am in front of you. Why? Because I need you to find my medication. In front of me is too vague. Where are you specifically? Do you see the small lines on the floor that connect each piece of the floor, like blocks, kinda? Yeah, I see them. They're faint. That's called a Never mind. Move 4 lines to the... My illness. I might just die right here. No. You need to explain to me about my lineage. So now you're interested. Bang the floor 2 times with your right foot. Use as much force as humanly possible for you. And then look to the left of the room as fast as possible. You should see a small change in that area of the room. If you wipe the wall with your hand, even grazing it will work. A small shelving system will open. It should be there that my medication is. Naruto would do so, following Balin's orders just like a book. With that being said, he would quickly open the shelf, grazing his hand across the wall. As now there inside of it, stood, or rather was, his medication. Naruto would pass Balin his medication as Balin would thank Naruto, immediately placing 1 pill into his mouth. It would be then that he would swallow the pill, thanking Naruto once more. I needed that, Naruto. Thank you. At least now I can actually see. My vision is coming back to me. So is my sense of smell. Unfortunately, the coughing and the sniffling never actually goes away. I know, they never tell you that in med school. You went to med school? It's called a joke. Sarcasm. Naruto. Not that you'd understand it. Now listen. A very, very, very long time ago, I'm talking hundreds of years, there was the Sage of 6 Paths. You are aware of him, right? I mean, yeah. I know what they say. He's kind of like God, right? Practically, yes. God of Shinobi. Being the God of Shinobi, with many people under him, You can see how there was an imbalance, per se, right? Well, technically, yeah. Technically, no. 100%? Yes. There was a major imbalance between the Sage of Six Paths and other people. Humans, shinobi, it didn't matter. There was an imbalance. You understand that? Yes, I do. Good. Because I'm not going to repeat it. Now that imbalance, it was devastating, to say the least. But, as you know, in this ninja world, most things are balanced. There's the Uchiha, right? You are aware of them, at least. Yeah, but I don't know if you've been living under a lock, Balin, but... A lock? A rock. Sorry. I meant a rock. I don't know if you've been living under a rock, Balin, but the Uchiha were massacred 4 years ago by Itachi Uchiha. Yes, I'm well aware. Next, the Uzumaki clan. I won't go too far into them, but they were great at sealing jutsu. They also had high chakra reserves, immense life force, and were so feared by the other nations that all 4 other nations that were not the Leaf Village wiped them out, killing off the clan of the Uzumaki, leaving you. You're almost the only survivor of the clan. There's less than 10 Uzumaki that still live and breathe today, most of which are scattered across the ninja world. Whereas you're in the leaf, another could be in the rain. Anyways, the Uzumaki are distant relatives to a different clan. That's the only reason why I mentioned them. A different clan? Yes, a different clan, Naruto. What clan, if you don't mind me asking? I'm telling you information, I don't mind questions. The clan is known as the Senju clan. Hashirama Senju, Tobirama Senju. You've probably heard of them. They are the first 2 Hokages of the Hidden Leaf Village. Oh, yeah, I've heard of them. Good. They, too, possess high chakra reserves and immense life force. Healing capabilities above the average man, even. It should be noted that some can access wood style, but that is a select few, and it is very, very, very rare. Next, I don't know when or how to tell you this, but I'll probably do it in the next 30 seconds. That is balance. The Senju, strength. The Uchiha possessing the dojutsu of the Sharingan, ocular prowess. When the 2 meet together, that is true balance. Obviously, balance can be overcome by sheer strength, but it is still balance. It can be balance. Life can be balance. And that's all I wanted to tell you. That life is balance. Anyways, there must have been balance. Hagoromo could not be the only person to have such strength born into the world. So there was another. Another? Yes, another. With capabilities similar to Hagoromo. No, not the mother of Shinobi Kaguya, who you probably have no clue about. They've hidden her through time and through history books. But instead, Balin would open a small compartment. Instead, it should be noted that, well, What? Well, it was somebody different. Somebody different? Yes, somebody who was not Kaguya nor Haguruma, nor the sons of Haguruma, nor Hamura even. These names, I don't know many of them besides Haguruma. Who are these people? I'm not giving you an in-depth analysis of these people who you do not have any clue of whom they are. Hamura, Haguruma's brother. Kaguya, Haguruma's wife. We'll leave it at that. Asura and Indra, Haguruma's children. They have reincarnations that live to date. I believe that you are one of them. And Sasuke Uchiha, one of the only living members of the clan, is also the other. What? I'm not getting into any further detail. I will not waste my time explaining such things. So your pills make you moodier too, don't they? Excuse me? No, I'm just fine. But I can't be wasting time on mere explanations of who people are. It's not like you'll ever meet any of them. Listen. There was another. One of my ancestors. One of your ancestors? Balin. That is my name. But their name was Belania. Belania. Belania? Yes. As you can kinda tell, my family kinda kept the same names over time. That's how I ended up with the name Balin. Okay. Belania. That's a nice sounding name. Thanks. I'm sure she would have appreciated you telling her that. But you can't, because it was hundreds of years ago, Naruto. You know what? I digress. Now listen, Naruto. Belenia could not use her own powers for her own purposes. She was gifted, yes, and so are her descendants, as am I. Flame would then erupt from Balin's hand. Belenia had an odd gift that I too share. The ability to manifest the chakra natures without even performing a sign. To be able to quite literally wield the element. Any element. Ice, water, fire, hellfire. Flames, blaze, inferno. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now listen. She also possessed a special gift. The ability to give others power. In her own village, she had a lover. His name was Benion. So, Belania and Belion were a couple or whatever? Yeah, you could say that. She had 3 children with him. 3? Yeah. And, unfortunately, she was presumed to be a witch. Her powers were uncanny and unnatural. And so she was burned at the stake. What? Why would they do that to her? Because she was different. You'll learn that in life eventually. You see. So they killed Belania because she was different than them. Right on the mark. It's as if I did not just say that. Anyways, Naruto. With her dying breath, she used all of her life force to give a curse. A curse? While some could view it as a curse or a miracle, a gift or a curse, it does not matter. I view it as neither, in the middle of both. The gift was a gift of life, forever power. Using her remaining life force, she granted Bellion, their 3 children, and all of their children's to come, near divine life, near divine power. Near divine? Why not fully? Well, she was technically only human. That's all she could do. Which makes you, in these terms, a demigod. They had a different word for them back in the day, though. Really? Yeah. What was the name? Well, if you're lucky to live, you'll find out eventually. You'll meet one of the old ones. Huh? One of the old gods? No, they're long gone. They got out of here the moment that they could. Once one of the demigods from your line reaches the age of 100, they have the opportunity to become what is known as an Otsutsuki. An Otsutsuki? Yeah. Kaguya was an Otsutsuki. That's kinda why she was so freaking powerful. Now listen, most of your ancestors have chosen that choice. Either that or they have not lived to that age. So, we can die? Physical death, yes. But natural, no. As far as any natural death goes, no matter what it is, you cannot die. But if somebody was to stab you right through the heart, you'd fold over like a bird. Oh, yeah, what's the saying? 2 birds with 1 stone? Just like that. You see? So we can die from physical pain, just not natural causes. Yeah, exactly like that, Naruto. See? When I explain things, you learn fast. Now, what does that have to do with me? Why are you telling me all of this? Why did you kidnap me? Because you can heal my illness. What? Well, it's kind of simple. If you learn, and learn quickly, hopefully, you have the ability to heal me. To fix my injuries, per se. I see. I don't really know what to say. To fix your injuries. Wow. You don't have to. Because you will fix them. How do you know that? How do you know that to be certain, to be true? Wow, Naruto. It's just as your ancestors helped mine. You will help my line once more. I see. I see. So in a way, you're telling me that my destiny is to help you. Just as you helped me? Yeah. But there was a detriment to the power, the gift of God, that I told you about. Is that why you called it a curse at first? Yeah. That's exactly why I call it a curse. Immortality. You can see it as a good thing or a bad thing. But there's a problem. There had to be balance. Huh? Well, there had to be balance. Just as Bellion was gifted immortality by his lover, Belania, my ancestor. Belania could only get the immortality at a price. At a price? You could say that this was actually out of jealousy, maybe. But though she gave Belion immortal life, he would have the curse of losing everything that was dear to him. Anyone that he loved could be subjected to the death inhabited with loving Belion. So he isolated himself from normal people and taught at monasteries where he shared his gifts and abilities to teach people. He wrote stories and songs for generations to come. He actually has a journal. But he speaks in a weird form of writing, so you wouldn't be able to understand it in the first place, Naruto. Well, Balin, that's interesting. So, if I loved you, would you die? Well, no, that's where the tricky part comes in. Since Belania and Belion had children together, obviously she didn't want her own children to be taken by said curse. And thus, anybody who has the blood of I flowing through them is therefore left out of the curse. Let's just leave it at that. But, okay, let's say I liked, I don't know, some random girl named Sakura. If I liked this Sakura girl, loved her even, and she loved me the same, would she die? Yes, but I don't know why. The death can be natural, occurring when Sakura gets to 68 or 91. But it can also be random, sporadically happening in a unique place, at a unique moment in time where you expected nothing to happen. I see. So this gift comes with problems too. Yes. It should be noted that Naruto, if you do fall in love with if you do fall in love with somebody, anybody, try to make it a Hyuga. That's the only advice I can give you. What? Never mind. Anyways, Naruto, that is it for our conversation today. You shall be returned to the Leaf Village. No, I want to continue to talk to you here. Fine, then I won't return you. I will keep you here for 1 year. How's that sound? Does that sound, amazing? Why? Well, they don't really treat me that well anyway, so. And talking to you has been really interesting. I've also been able to talk a lot, which, not a lot of people listen to me, so. I just felt appreciated, you know? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay. Then I'm not gonna tell you any more interesting stories. Instead, you're gonna train. No, actually, we're gonna train. Belion would tap his fingers slowly on the table. Naruto, you're gonna awaken that damn god power of yours. That god power? Yes. that noise? That tapping. It's me. Does it hurt your ears? Are you focusing in on my voice? Are you focusing on my voice or the tapping? Which one? I want to know. It's important that you tell me, Naruto. My name is Bellion. 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 That is my name. Bellion Hyuga. You understand me? Do you understand me now? What are you focusing on, the tapping or my voice? Is my voice more important or the pattern of the tapping? Tell me, Naruto, which one are you focusing on? I don't know. Well, think then. I can't. Now, can you hear it more? Is it faster? Does it seem like I've added more fingers? Yeah. I don't know which one I'm focusing on more. Stop. It's uncomfortable, is it? That's kind of what I was hoping for. Unfortunately, I can't just stop, though. What? Why not? Well, it stopped. You said that it couldn't stop. Why did you lie to me? I didn't lie to you. Listen closer and you can still hear it. Faintly in the background. I can still hear it. Faintly in the background. I see. You don't know what to say. You're baffled. Close your eyes. The tapping is now increased once more like it was before. Right? The pattern is uncanny. You cannot trace it. It is sporadic, different, unique, and special, isn't it? You've never heard such tapping in your life. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Now listen. Listen closely. Naruto. I am Bellion. Belania gifted you the power of a god. Naruto's eyes would widen as he would grit his teeth. His eyes would turn a pale color. There was now no color in his eyes, as they would switch from red to green to blue, alternating to purple, a very, very light purple, and then switching black to blue. Who exactly are you, Bellion? Huh. I didn't think I'd meet him in this lifetime. You performed the tapping jutsu. I'm sure you knew that you would meet me. Yes, but it's nearly impossible to meet you through a mere boy's body. Well, you know that this boy is special. I was able to come through him due to another presence within his body. Huh? Oh, are you speaking of the Nine-Tails, Kurama? The QB? Yes, that is exactly what I am talking about. Why do you wish to communicate with me, Bellion? And you can give Naruto's body back now. I have no need for it. Well, I do. Because I need you to answer a question. Well then, don't waste my time. You know, this boy that I have possession over right now, Naruto Uzumaki, he is my current descendant. One of my only living ones to date. And currently, I can only imagine how much pain his physical state is going to be after I leave his body. The longer I stay here, the more pain I'll be in. So you better fix that as well, Bellion. Now ask your stupid little question already. I don't have time for this. You know I feast in the halls. whatever. My question is, my illness, the one that you have currently, yes, I can smell it all over you. Do you believe that if Naruto were to awaken his powers, do you think that he could save your life? Is that what you're asking? Yes, exactly. And don't use that tongue with me. You know I hate that language. Yes, well, it is my native language, Bellion. So it comes out just a little bit, even when I try to speak normally. Now listen to me. I understand. I understand completely. You want this illness gone, so you're training Naruto. It will work. That is all I can say. Alright. Thank you. You're not even gonna say my name? Thank you, Bellion. You are one of my descendants as well. You closely resemble my third son. Anyways, I will be off on my way. Goodbye, Bellion. Farewell, Bellion would reply. With that being said, Naruto would now enter his body as he would be in excruciating pain. Through the tapping thing, I guess you could call it, I don't really know to explain it in simpler terms, but through the tapping thing that Bellion was doing, he could communicate with one of the former gods, Bellion, the first of the Namikaze line. But through the possession of Naruto's body, the longer that Naruto had been being possessed by Bellion, the more pain that he is now in currently. The pain that he is in currently was excruciating, to say the least. It hurt like hell, to put it lightly. Naruto did everything to stop the pain, but nothing worked, no matter what he tried. So he sat and endured as Bellion watched. Bellion would then use this as a lesson, the pain that Naruto was experiencing, to activate his god powers, to activate the powers of a demigod. Through this pain, he would reach deep into Naruto, deep into his subconscious, and deep into his inner soul, so to speak. It would be there, inside of his inner soul, that Naruto would access his demigod powers. Naruto's eyes would then turn green as he would stand. His hair would flicker black and then blonde, and he would grit his teeth in agony. It would be then that each and every single bone in his body would break. Obviously, this would cause excruciating pain, but he could get through it. Because at this current time, Naruto had become a demigod. After breaking every single bone in his body and grueling in pain, he now stood silent, sitting down on a chair and staring directly at Bellion. It would be there as he stared at Bellion that he thought to himself, "Oh, I would love to kill you." Becoming a demigod changed Naruto, though he has only known Bellion for a few days now. The great deal of pain that Bellion has put him through was the only thing that mattered to him. He didn't care whether or not Bellion was a good person, whether or not Bellion had even given him these powers in the first place. Told him about his lineage, where he came from. All he cared about was the fact that for 4 hours straight, every bone in his body had been breaking. He had been through unimaginable pain, and all Bellion did was watch. Bellion caused the pain in the first place, so it was him who would suffer. Naruto would clench his fist as he would begin to walk towards Bellion. Bellion knew not what to do, as he would stand still. Naruto, you wish to have some tea? I don't want tea, Bellion. You know that. Then what do you want? Because if it's to kill me, then don't. So you're telling me what to do now, too. I bet you just think that you can boss everyone around like you boss me around. Sorry to break it to you, Bellion, but that's not gonna happen. Ever. Naruto would disappear and reappear, lifting his foot high into the air and kicking Bellion in his shoulder. Bellion would be sent flying into the nearest wall, as Naruto would disappear and reappear once more. It would be then that Naruto would clench his fist again, punching Bellion in his stomach. Naruto would then continue to disappear and reappear, using an advanced form of the body flicker jutsu. This came naturally to him. The speed, that is. Naruto would continue to move through the room, as he would find objects to throw at Bellion. Anything. Mere pens and pencils, chairs, tables. Everything and anything at the room would be sent hurling towards Bellion, just at the thought of what Naruto wanted to do. Naruto's own thought was strong enough to move the objects within the room and guide them towards Bellion. Naruto would then disappear and reappear, this time appearing directly in front of Bellion as he stared into Bellion's pinkish eyes. Bellion, you are a Hyuga, meaning that I am distantly related to that clan. So I'll spare you the pain and give you a quick death. Isn't that what you would want, Bellion? Naruto would then begin to choke Bellion, as Bellion could no longer breathe. Each of Naruto's fingernails turned into sharp objects. Not quite literally, like, say, Naruto's hand turning into a sharp axe and Naruto's pinky turning into a pen, but rather, his fingernails had enlarged and become more similar to that when he accesses the Kyuubi's chakra. It would be then that he would place all 5 of his fingers, including his thumb, over Bellion's heart, slowly sinking his claws, or in this case nails even, deep into Bellion. So, Bellion, is this the death that you wanted? That you would... Huh? What was that thought? I can't breathe. Fine. I couldn't breathe there, and you almost killed me. Now, can you remove your fingernails from my chest? Or do I have to do that for you? Naruto. I see. I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't really care. Good. Well, you know who does care about me dying? Who? The man outside of that door. Oh, really? What's their name? His name is... Lance. Okay. Lance, come on in. We would love to have some tea with you. You fool. That door is locked. Only I can open it or someone who I give permission to. What you just uttered is code. What? Me and Lance, we go way back. We're as tight as brothers, you could say. I've known him my whole life, practically. We made a code that if any of us were, well, if either of us were in danger, that in that moment, well, to put it simply, we would use all of our power to save our friend. Is that so? So basically what you're telling me is any minute now, Lance will burst through that door with power that I do not know. And then, using said power, whatever his abilities are, he will attack me. And then, he will also try to free you, escape with you, or kill me escaping. Huh. That is interesting. And I find myself in a bit of a predicament here. I see. At least you know that you're in a predicament now. Luckily for you, becoming a demigod increased your intelligence. So you say that I was dumb before I accessed these powers. I merely say that you were naive. That you did not know much. I see. Well, now I do know enough. Naruto would plunge his claws/nails, fingernails, even deeper into Bellion's body and closer to his heart. And Lance, whomever he is, bursts through that door. He will see his best friend with claws inside of him. And I will threaten Lance. I will use you as leverage. And then, in the most grueling way, I'll kill you both. Why? Why would you do all this? Because I want to, because I can. I do not care. No longer. Your voice. It really resembles Bellion. My and your ancestor. I see. Well, isn't that interesting? I'm picking up on it myself. At times when I'm frustrated, my voice, it gets different. I don't know. I digress, I suppose. Lance, come on in. Tea, remember? The tea? Lance would burst through the door. His body was now engulfed in flames. Hellfire! Raging! In... What the hell is happening here? Don't do it, Lance! He'll kill me if you do anything anymore. What? I'm sorry. My words, they're not forming how I want them to. But that smoke you're letting off at that fire... Extinguish it! He will kill me. If you do not listen to him. I see. Lance would look to the ground, as the flames around his body and the smoke emanating off of it would both vanish at the same time. So, this is it, is it? Yep, this is it. I see. Rather unfortunate, don't you think? No. It just shows how strong our bond is. Thanks, Lance. Hey. No problem. Well, are we gonna get going now? He won't even let me leave if I wanted to. But you know I have to stay here. I don't care if he's related to Bellion. Just leave and let's travel already. I will. Once I no longer have the sickness, I will. I promise you that, brother. I promise you that, Lance. Do you hear me? I hear you loud and clear. Bellion. Good. Because I would not want it anyway else. Lance. To Viana Canavera. Or in my words, whatever it takes. Lance now lit his body aflame once more. As at this point, Bellion would look to the floor. He knew that Lance wouldn't stop, that he'd do anything that he could in his own physical power to save Bellion. Bellion, even. Listen, Lance. I don't care how much you love Bellion here. Oh, Bellion. Yeah, Bellion. Bellion's the ancestor, right? The one that I'm related to. Wow, I don't know how much you love Bellion. But I don't know if you realize this, but he really went ahead and pissed me off. I will remove my fingers from, well, the confines of his chest. But in turn, you will fight me to the death, Lance. I wouldn't want it anyway else. Naruto and Lance would then begin to fight, as flames continued to launch and engulf Lance's body. Lance and Naruto would continue to fight for what felt like hours, as Bellion could only watch. Every single time that he tried to attack Naruto, Naruto was too quick, and Lance was either on fire or too fast for Bellion to intercept and predict where he was going to go. Added on to the fact that Lance's personality is quite unpredictable, as well as, well, obviously his fighting style. It added for a pretty good mixture of not being able to do anything. With that being said, Naruto would then disappear and reappear, kicking Lance into the ground. It would be then that water would sprout from Naruto's hand, engulfing Lance in water. Lance's flames were no more. Sweat trickled down from Lance's forehead, down to his mouth. It would be then that Lance tasted the salty taste of his own sweat. As he looked at Naruto, Naruto would then smirk. Bellion was right beside his, well, basically brother. As they now lied beside each other, both exhausted and in excruciating pain, Naruto smirked. It would be then that he would outstretch his hand towards Lance and Bellion. Bellion and Lance, you two are brothers. I cannot deny that. I will not deny that. And as brothers, you two shall die together. You two shall die together. You two shall die together. Naruto would then watch as Naruto would pause, as a white light would form in his hands. This light would then turn to darkness. Naruto, you can't kill me. Huh? What do you mean I cannot kill you? We were born differently, you and I. Huh? Do not tell me how I was born, or how differently we were born. You, Bellion, the man that I share distant blood with, and you, Lance. I don't know you, I do not care, but you are Bellion's brother, and you two shall die together. I was born in the darkness. You merely adopted it. That is what makes us so different. Listen to me once more. I was born in the darkness. You merely adopted it, Bellion. A black light would now form in Naruto's hand, engulfing the light. And now, just as you have adopted the darkness, you shall be engulfed by it, and you shall die. 5, 4, 3, 2, 7, 1. As Naruto was about to let go and launch his attack, he would remember some of the words that he exchanged with Bellion before he had even known of his lineage, before Bellion told him anything. He tried to remember Bellion's words, but he couldn't. But then he thought harder and he could remember some of them. Something on the lines of, there will come a time when you will choose to kill or spare me. I just hope that you choose to spare me. He knew that those weren't his exact words, but that was what the words meant. That there would come a time just like this, where Naruto would threaten Bellion's life. Where Naruto would hold Bellion's life in his own palm. Be able to control it even. And so Naruto thought about it. What exactly should he do? It would be then that he would smirk, closing his palm, as the darkness would also disappear. Lance and Bellion, I apologize. I got a little bit carried away there. And I took out my rage on you, Bellion. I have no comments for you, I do not care. But you made me go through some pretty gruesome pain. For that, you're a sorry excuse for a mentor. And you, Lance, your brother's horrible at teaching kids. The god powers, I can feel them. Demi god powers, Bellion would remark, as Naruto would smirk. Yeah, even though Demi is less than full, I kinda feel complete right now. So I'll take it. I see. Can you heal my illness, Naruto? Can I heal your illness? I see no problem with that. Naruto would outstretch his hand towards Bellion. Accept it. Accept I into your heart. And take on me. Take on the burden of love. Naruto would recite this over and over again. As small green light balls of matter would form from his hand, seeping into Bellion's body as his illness would begin to fade. Well, Bellion, do you feel any better? Naruto would ask. As Bellion would reply that he felt a lot better. With that being said, this is the end to What If Naruto is a Demigod, Part 1, as, well, this is going to be, I think, a 2-part series, hopefully. It really depends, and, yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys do all enjoy today's video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, as that would be deeply appreciated by, well, as I do want to hit 25k before Christmas. And with that being said, this has been Rami X, and make sure to, yeah, share the video to friends with us, or just make content in general. Comment down below what if suggestions, as that would be deeply appreciated. Join my Discord server down below. If you do want to support the channel, you can become a member, or you can even donate directly to me through the link down below. With that being said, this has been Rami X. Hope you guys all enjoyed. I hope I did make you smile or entertain you in this video. And with that being said, we can now exit. If you are listening to this as a full movie, then this is not an exit, and this is merely an introduction to what is to come. And if you have actually made it this far in the movie, or even in the part 1, then literally thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I'm so thankful that you were able to make it to the end of this video. With that being said, this has been Rami X, and Rami X